Hey YouTube, and how you been doing out there? Wanted to let you know that as far as my e-bike that I've been having here, which yes, thankfully since July of last year, so it's going on a year and a half now that I've been having this e-bike. The Catalyst 800 Pro. Now, wanted to share with y'all a good idea that I figured out how I can basically use this e-bike along with my primary phone, which is right here, the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, and of course my backpack here, which see I got insulated bags. I also got a larger insulated bag here for larger items. Anyway, my idea that I figured out these past couple years how I can use this e-bike to make extra money is, for about the past 2 years I've actually been using this e-bike to work DoorDash and do and do DoorDash deliveries. Now I wanted to talk a little bit about, what extra stuff I have here, to help me do that using this bike. Yeah, first of all, my backpack here, I got the DoorDash insulated bag. This is usually where I put smaller items. And also a side pocket here. I can put like a smaller drink in there. Usually if it's a larger drink, I just take something like this jacket here, something to fill in the space. And I just kind of set it inside, and kind of put that around the drink so it doesn't fall over inside and spill, and keep it upright. And I just set the food in there. And then of course for larger items, like a large pizza or say a large bag, that's for like a family or something like that, family dinner or something. I usually put it in this large pizza bag. What I do is I put in this large pizza bag, and then I'd set it on this large rack that I have secured to the bike rack here. And then what I do is I'd set it on here, and then I'd use these bungee cords, to secure it on the rack back here. And then I'd transport, here. And yeah, so far this bike's been holding up well for me. I think on average, since we've been slow at the landscaping work that I've usually been doing these past years, since we're usually slow during the winter, like during this time of the year, since nothing's growing and there's not really any yards that need mowed or nothing like that. Usually what I've been doing, doing DoorDash on this bike, I can say that I've basically been earning, I would say about $700 to $800 a month, something like that. Basically dashing part-time. This thing does have limits, after about 3 or 4 deliveries, I usually need to stop for about an hour or two and charge up my battery. At least most convenience stores will let you charge it up. And of course this already came with the bike is the phone holder. I can put my phone in. Of course, it's already came with the bike. Of course, I have it charged up now. Of course, still does work. Yep, still works as usual. So thankfully, I haven't had any problems there. So e-bike's been holding up pretty well. I did swap the tires, to even out the wear. And I did basically earn enough money that I did order another e-bike from eBay. It's kind of similar to this, but a little bit more powerful. Maybe I'll do a video on that later. I think it's supposed to come here either tomorrow or Wednesday, right before New Year's Day. Then what I can do is I can use that other e-bike, do some dashing on that while I fix this up very well, put new tires on and maybe put new brake pads on, stuff like that. But yep, I think it's been working out well for me. Using this e-bike, to do DoorDash deliveries. And just to kind of show y'all, it's the DoorDash app here on my primary phone. Of course, you can see that I'm platinum. Now, apparently they have a tier system. It's kind of like overall points, like platinum, gold, silver, and then the unranked ones. So we can go here. I can go to my ratings. As you can see that I'm platinum. Platinum offer boost, top priority for high paying offers, large orders. And then of course, let's put it over here. And then of course, a breakdown of my ratings. What I have at this moment. My overall Dasher rating is 91 out of 100. So basically 91% overall rating. And of course, according to here, my acceptance rate is 99%, which I usually accept everything that comes in, but the reason it's not 100 now is for some reason the other day I had the app freeze on me when an offer came in, and I couldn't accept it in time, so I guess that counted as a decline. But of course my acceptance rate is 99%, which is 30 points, 30 out of 30. And of course acceptance rate is basically basically how many offers do you accept out of the total number of offers that you receive, out of the last rolling 100 offers. And my completion rate is 100%, 15 out of 15 points. Now completion rate, that's basically saying, how many offers do you actually complete out of the ones you do accept, without unassigned. And of course my on-time rate, that's 95% right now at this moment. Now on-time rate, that basically measures, how many orders out of the last 100 did you deliver on time or within the expected time. Now, obviously, on-time rate, that can be very tricky, to be able to get perfect, because because for some reason, there's things out of your control, like you accept an offer and there's like heavy traffic, and you get to the and you get to the restaurant, and there's like a long restaurant delay. Like the restaurant takes longer than expected to have the customer's order ready for you to pick up. So, and then of course after pickup, sometimes there's like very heavy traffic, and it's like each red light can take like up to 5 minutes to wait for. And unfortunately, even with those things that are out of control, unfortunately, DoorDash does still count that against you sometimes. But so far at this moment, it's at 95% on time. I think the lowest I had was like 90%, so maybe at least 90% is good. Anyway, my quality rate is 99%. Now the reason that's not 100% is because for some reason the other day is apparently there was an order from Crafty Crab restaurant. Apparently the order that I delivered apparently had a damaged item in it in the customer report, so apparently they penalized me there, as a order with a minor problem. You can kind of go into detail here, acceptance rate, completion rate. Very low ratings puts you at risk for deactivation, which of course you have to keep that at 90%. Of course, on time rate. Of course, I got 95% on there because pardon. Which, of course, to kind of help take into account things out of your control, like heavy traffic or long restaurant wait times. I guess they do at least seem to allow like 5 late deliveries to be excluded. But still, even after that, there's still things that do happen out of your control that can still count against you. Like this last delivery that I made was marked as late, even though it was actually only late by 3 minutes. But the majority of that was when I picked up at Chipotle. They were running slightly late at getting the order ready, so it wasn't ready when I got there. And of course, perhaps that leg of the delivery, along with heavy traffic, caused me to be late at the final delivery by 1 minute. Still, regardless, 3 minutes is still counting me as late for some reason. In my opinion, that should have been on time, because 3 minutes, that's like not even enough, to account for heavy traffic during that moment, or even any kind of slight restaurant delays. And of course, my customer rating is at this moment is still 5.0 stars. See, I opened that and customer rating 5 stars. And so far I have 22 5-star ratings. And of course they kind of marked here, communication, follow delivery instructions, friendliness, handling above and beyond, stuff like that. Apparently it says you can be deactivated if you fall below 4.2. So 22 5-star ratings. I just got one more rating tonight while I was dashing. And of course my last 30-day orders. It's 135 deliveries in the past 30 days. And of course my lifetime delivery since I now been doing this for about 2 months now. It's 262 deliveries. And then of course down here furthermore they also do shopping ratings as well, I guess, if you want to be a pro shopper. Apparently what a pro shopper is, I guess if you're a pro shopper, it just simply I guess what it does is it just simply gives you like a higher priority to like higher paying shopping orders. You know, with the shopping orders, sometimes I'm like sent to stores like the Dollar General, Target, Winn-Dixie. You know, to go in and basically find the items on the customer's list, pay for them, and then deliver those. It says my original items found 97%, total items 100, substitution problems 0, and altogether I completed 29 shopping orders. So yeah, those are the ratings I have now. Like for example, this quality rate, you know. Apparently it's at 99% because the other day apparently there was a issue with a damaged item in a delivery that I made. And if I go into that, apparently on Christmas Day, I guess I was doing some dashing then. Apparently it was an order with a damaged item. Chicken tender basket. And really there's no way there to tell whose fault it was, whether it's my fault, you know, for not handling it carefully enough, or really where it's the restaurant's fault too, you know, for not packaging it properly. So yeah, those are my ratings there. And of course, anytime, you know, I'm in town, I just pick dash. Anytime, you know, start dashing. So yeah, that's pretty much and of course you can see the phone that I have here is it's an S24 Ultra. Well, it's about it for my video for now. And I think when that other e-bike comes in, it's like a Kia Q9 Pro. I might do a video on that. Maybe give this bike a break and do some dashing with that other one. See if I can find another thing for this to put on that. But yeah, still have my e-bike here. Cattell's K800 Pro. Well, have a good night, y'all, and Happy New Year.